Hello students, my name is Trevor Gerhardt. I am the overall module leader for EVRA, Evaluation and Reflection. And I have my colleague here with me, a tutor on the program, to talk a little bit more about this module. So, Sheila, what is it all about?
So the EVRA module is something that is completely different to anything you've come across at GSM so far. It's a module where you'll be asked to reflect and evaluate the learning that's been taken place in your PPDI module. All the reflection that you do is based on the PPDI module itself. So we will teach you certain theories like group development, and you'll be doing the Belbin assessment, and you'd look at conflict management, so how you as an individual respond in conflict situations. And we'll ask you to reflect on that and apply it to your project group situation. This module is very different because it's something that you have to take ownership over. So your teachers will teach you about the theories, but it's up to you to apply it to your project group situation.
Brilliant. So basically, depending on what program you're engaged with at the moment, you'll be engaged in various projects, simulation, crowdsourcing, things like that. So we can't teach you that experience, you having the experience. What we want you to do is come into these classes and reflect on the experience that you're engaging with. And what we will try and do throughout the module from the various tutors and lecturers is be a catalyst, throw some things in the mix which helps you to think about them in a little different way. So we've got some examples for you. Let's consider Kilman's conflict resolution. So I heard one student say, oh, I came out as a confront, and that sounds very negative. Now, number one, Kilman's not trying to make a qualitative statement, a quality statement about what you've come out with, but it's about recognizing, so in which circumstances is a confront conflict style the most appropriate, and when can I use that? What do you think?
I think so too. Sometimes students, before they had done the Thomas Kilman's assessment, or looked at the model rather, they maybe never thought about how they would act in a conflict situation. So what happened is, after looking at Thomas Kilman's conflict mode, was that they were able to look at how they had responded in a conflict situation that had arose in their PPDI module. And that helped them understand that, okay, if a conflict was to happen, to arise again in, say, a work situation in the future, they would learn how to react in certain conflict situations.
And there'll be quite a few of these different kinds of models, theories, tools that we will give to you to enable you to reflect. Another one would be Belbin's team roles. So once your group discovers the various team roles, did you apply it afterwards? Were people happy with their roles? If somebody came out a leader, did that person lead? So there will be loads of experiences that you'll be able to come back with, and you'll be able to reflect. So talk us a little bit through the process. How are they going to be doing all of this reflecting?
So what would happen is, on a weekly basis, we will ask you to write a reflective log, which you would keep. And then what you would do is, at the end of, say, the 10-week process, you would firstly pick out one specific week's reflective log that you thought was quite substantive and quite a lot had happened. And what you would do with that, in the main body, you would elaborate on it further and reflect on it in a more deeper sense, using one of the reflective principles or models that we will be teaching you about in class. And then secondly, what you will be doing in your main body is looking at the whole sort of the 10-week process in a holistic way, and looking at certain themes in terms of whether it was group development and how your group was formed, the dynamics within your group, to situations of the leadership styles that your leader had portrayed, and you would be looking and evaluating and reflecting on those in detail, but linking it solely to your PPDI module and the projects that you had undertaken.
So to help you in all of this process, do have a look at the program handbook and do look at the assessment brief. You will find helpful tools there. In the assessment brief, you will see some examples, as already been mentioned, that you can draw in as critical incidences in your reflection, such as the group dynamics, group conflict, group formation, things like that. And also, you'll be given other kinds of tools, for example, the reflect model, which is a helpful process to use on your weekly basis, which goes into your appendix at the end of your assessment. And you're pulling from that appendix, you're pulling out that weekly reflect, which we're going to assess, and a summative one, which we're going to be assessing. But the reflect model is very easy to use, and you'll find that in the program handbook. For those of you who are a little bit more accustomed to reflection, you may want to use a bit of a more complex one like Schoon or Solomon and Bood or something like that. That's also fine. The key is that we're wanting to see how you are learning from your experience and how you are reflecting on that. How is your practice, how is your behavior, how are the outcomes changing as a result of you slowing down and reflecting on the experiences you are in. Anything else?
That's it. You enjoy the process. You're going to learn so much from it. A lot of our students, when they first come to us, they say they don't know what it's all about. Are the two modules linked? Are they not? They are linked in some way, shape or form, meaning you would undertake the project in your PPDI module, but when you come to the EVRA module, you will start to reflect on what's happening in your group situations in the PPDI module.
So welcome to the module. It's okay if you feel lost in the first few weeks. You will find your way. The tutors and lecturers are extremely talented and they will help you through the process. Be patient, it's all part of reflecting, and I'm sure that when we get to the end of this, you yourself will look back and go, wow, this has been a really, really valuable experience. So good luck and welcome to the module EVRA. Thank you.
Thank you.